Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you are in the world. My name is Nick Duncan, and I'm the founder of ContentBot. ContentBot is a product of a company called Codecademy, which is my company, and we've been around since 2012, so almost a decade, which pretty much means we're not going to go anywhere anytime soon. We built ContentBot as a productivity tool, mainly for founders, copywriters, content marketers, SEO peeps, and digital marketers. And as a founder myself, I realize how hard it can be to generate enough content to move the needle. And not only that, as a previous content marketer, I also realize how hard it is to come up with new topics and get inspiration for new content, hence the reason ContentBot was born. And although we focus on smaller companies, we help all types of businesses, from startups to $1 billion valuation companies. And our slogan is, we help you write better content faster with the help of AI. So with that, let's get ready for the training. All right, what you're seeing here is the dashboard, standard dashboard really. At the top, you have the latest big news that's just happened in the ContentBot world. Just below that is some updates. You can see we just launched the new LongForm editor, and previously to that, I made a lot of big changes to the change tone tool. Below that is a graph of how many words you've created over the last week. You can see yesterday I had quite a busy day at 33,000 words. And at the top, if you're interested, please join our Facebook community. It's got over 750 amazing people in there, all of which are on the same sort of path as you, so we can all learn from each other. That's really what we're trying to do there, is have a culture of learning. Training, if you're interested in live training, every Tuesday we have 2 training sessions going on. One in the morning my side, one in the evening my side. That generally equates to the afternoon in America or the afternoon in Australia or Singapore, somewhere along those lines. And if you want, you can have a one-on-one chat with me after the training. I'm always open to chatting with you. Below that, we have become a partner. So if you're interested, it's really easy to sign up as a partner. You just register with your email. You get a special link. If you send that to anyone and they sign up and they land up becoming a paid customer, you land up getting 30% of their revenue per month for life. It's absolutely amazing. And latest from our blog, this is where we write at least one every day or two on topics from content marketing to helping founders, to copywriting, to everything really. Any sort of tips for you, that's where you'll find it. All right, but the real magic really happens in this area over here under templates. So if you click on templates, you'll see you're greeted with this page, and on this page are all our AI tools, quite a lot, and it is growing, so it's a bit overwhelming in the beginning, which is why we've added these filters. So you can filter by copywriting templates only, marketing templates, or other. Let's stick with blog post content for this training. So to get the most value out of ContentBot right off the bat, if you're looking at creating blog post content, what I would suggest is starting off with the blog topic ideas feature. So if you click on that, this tool will create blog topic ideas for you based on something that you input over here. So for example, you might input this and it will give you 6 topics along those lines, but slightly different. Okay, so let me just show you straight off the bat here. Why content marketing is great for small businesses. All right, let's generate that inspiration and I'll explain these as we go. If I check this box that says include intros, what will actually happen is it will give me 6. It'll give me these blog topic ideas like we have here, but it'll also give me the intro paragraph for each one of those. Takes a little bit longer, but it's high quality content that comes back as well. So yeah, you'll see why content marketing is important for small businesses very closely. A list of tools for content creation, why content marketing is important for small businesses to stay relevant, and how to get started with content marketing. So these are all pretty good. If you like any of these, you can just heart them, and they will land up in your favorited section under saved content on the left here. Right, so this checkbox over here, if you click include trends, what's actually going to happen is it's going to fetch the latest news on the topic that you have inputted over here. And it's going to give you content topics that are similar to that. So what I mean by that is, if you're a a person that writes evergreen content. For example, this is pretty evergreen, right? It's not trending. It's not the latest news. It's evergreen. Leaving this unchecked would be fine. If you, however, are in the industry where you are writing fresh, trending content, let's say you're a journalist or you run some sort of magazine site or whatever the case is, then you should include the trends. So it's going to bring you the latest news and then change the title a little bit and come up with a blog topic idea for you based on that. Okay, so let's give you an example. Let's do content marketing news, and let's include these trends and generate inspiration now. Here we go. So marketing trends in 2022, MLB's marketing plan to be led by Tatus J. Otani. Let's generate some more here. Sometimes it's a bit of a hit and miss because sometimes it brings in weird and wonderful news that isn't really relevant. 8 points you need to know about law firm content marketing. So that's fresh content, new leading edge group subsidiary to address marketing challenges of non-cybersecurity vendors. Slightly off topic there. Growth marketing roundup, cool SaaS marketing lies, VR ads, and more. That's a pretty cool topic. And then obviously, is sort of evergreen type stuff. So again, like if you're on the forefront of technology, this would be another reason to use the include trends option, because the data set that we use in the AI is a 10% snapshot of the whole internet in 2019. So if the thing exists, if the thing that you're speaking about didn't exist in 2019, the AI won't have a clue what you're talking about or what to give you. So for example, the Clubhouse app, right? It wasn't really mainstream at that point. So, if you had to ask ContentBot to give you blog topic ideas on Clubhouse and how that helps with marketing or growth or anything like that, then it's probably going to start talking about golf clubhouses. And that's really not what you want. So that would be a prime example of when you'd include trends in your blog topic ideas. Okay, so let's take something here and then we'll run a blog intro paragraph. Let's just do how to create engaging content. Go to blog intro, paste that in. Let's keep our tone professional for small businesses. Generate inspiration. Let's see how this turns out. And what it's going to do is it's really going to give you about 6 introductory paragraphs, and you can take your pick from there. So let's see, if you're a small business owner, one of your marketing goals is to drive online engagement with your customers by leveraging social media. This is a pretty good one. Let's have a look here. I suppose this is also, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. They're all pretty much okay. And then you can generate more. But if you like any of these, then you can obviously just take this as is, or just copy to clipboard of here, paste it in whatever tool that you're using, WordPress, Shopify, whatever the case is, and then continue with your article. That's the intro. Now, if you're looking to come up with a bit more content than that, what I would suggest is going straight to the blog outline tool. This is really great because this can generate a structure for your article. You can actually see as an example, content marketing for digital marketers. Comes up with a structure, so sections and then subsections and then a section and a takeaway possibly at the end if there's enough space. So let's have a look at what it's going to do here for how to create engaging content for small businesses. You can be a little bit more descriptive in your article description. I find that if you give it a bit more, it comes back with higher quality output in the end. But for this example, we'll just leave it like this. Right, so first one, include a call to action. What is a call to action? Include an emotional connection, right? Work towards writing a unique post. Include a relevant image. This is all pretty good. Look over your competition's business page. Edutaining on Facebook. Okay, that's quite interesting. And where to get great content, how to create engaging social media posts, tips for great blog post. This is a pretty good structure. I like this one. And some case studies. This is focusing more on case studies. That's pretty good. And sometimes it comes back with a blank thing of, don't worry about that. You can just generate more. Sometimes you'll notice the AI has a little bit of a hiccup. Sometimes it just comes back with really weird stuff. We do censor a lot of the things. So if there's anything like federal laws or financial advice or serious medical advice or anything like that, you'll notice it will come back as censored. And then obviously also adult content as well. We censor that as well. So you can just keep generating more if you'd like. Every time you run one of these tools, these short form tools, these are all short form tools. Every time you run one of these, your short form credits will be increased by 1. Okay, so 1 credit on the short form credits would give you about 6 pieces of content. So all of this that you see here was 1 credit. Okay, but generally if you're on the premium plan, you get unlimited short form credits, so you don't really have to worry about that, besides our usual rate limiting and our scripts that check for abuse and all of those things. But for 99.9% of you, that's not going to be an issue. Okay, so 1 credit per run over here, and 1 run gives you 6 pieces of content. So yeah, you could choose something that you like. This is probably a nice one. I'd then copy and paste that onto your editor. And then another nice short form tool that helps create paragraphs is you go to the bullet point expander. So let's see here. I'm just going to take these 3. Bullet point expander. I'll copy that first one in and copy this one in. Let's just have a look here. Okay. Okay, my keyboard would help. There we go. Where to get great content for your business, how to create engaging social media posts to attract followers, and why content marketing is important. Just for the sake of this demo, let's see what happens here. So what's going on is it's taking these 3 bullet points, it's putting them together, and it's trying to create a paragraph based on what you've said. Okay, if you're looking for great content for your business, you're not alone. For many people, this is the hardest part of running a business. Content is one of the best ways to make your brand stand out. You can create engaging social media posts that will help attract new users. Not to mention, content marketing is an extremely important piece of the acquisition puzzle. This is a really good paragraph considering what we gave it. And what we gave it was, 3 sort of loose parts of a article. So a great way to do this, to create content, is to use the bullet point expander. Also, if you're looking at changing the tone of anything that comes back, you can just copy it, go to change tone, paste it in here. You can choose your tone here. Let's go for playful. Let's take that last little bit out. We have got restrictions on the amount of content that you can paste in here to obviously stop with abuse. We are looking at increasing that as well. So the change tone to playful, let's see what it comes up with. If my good friend asked me when he was starting out, the hardest part for him, I wouldn't have been able to give him a straight answer, but it became easier to answer and easier to solve when he started focusing on creating great content. Okay, so a bit of a hit and miss there. If you're looking for the best content you can use in your business, I know how you feel. Many people find it hard to come with outstanding ideas, especially since businesses are trying so many things these days. That's pretty playful. All right, so you get the idea. You can change the tone as you go. There's a whole bunch of other tools here. I'd suggest you take a look. There's a really, really neat one over here called landing page. I just want to show you that quickly. Let's do something right for you. Okay, this is going to be a article writing service that writes content for you on the fly. So article, let's do writing content articles, right? And let's create a landing page based on just that. Let's see what it comes up with. Generally takes longer because this is doing a lot of stuff in the back end. This is probably the biggest short form tool that we have, so it generally does take a bit longer. But I'll show you why in a second. All right, so here's the landing page content. This is the header, so we write for you. You know you need content marketing, but you don't know how to do it yourself. It's pretty good. We'll write anything for you so you can focus your time and energy where it matters. Let our team of experienced content marketers manage your content program providing you with a steady flow of SEO-friendly content that converts visitors into leads and customers, right? Reinforcing, focus on growing your business. And then there's features and benefits. So this is going to give you 2 examples. Organize, write, go, say no to writer's block, be good at writing. Okay, it's going to give you 2 examples. And what I want to show you now is you can actually build a page. Let's see what it gives us here. This is going to build a landing page for you, a very basic landing page that you can use for inspiration. Okay, and it's going to come up with sort of random images here, stuff that sort of makes sense. This doesn't really make sense, but it's searching Unsplash for certain keywords, and it's giving you a nice little image so you can actually see what's going on. There are 4 themes, so you can change the theme, and it will adjust accordingly. So here we go. We write for you. We'll write anything for you so you can focus your time and energy where it matters. This is an interesting picture. And some icons, and then there's another theme called Bold. I like this one. This is one of my favorites. We write for you. And then again, some content at the bottom, and then there's clarity. Also quite a nice one. You get the idea. This obviously is not a cut and paste solution, but it gives you some nice inspiration for what your landing page should be about and where the content more or less should actually go, because obviously this is really what you're looking for. You're looking for the headlines and the sub-headlines and the reinforcing and all of that. So this is a good way to start with your landing page. All right. Let's see if there's anything else we can show you here. I think we'll leave it at that for now. Don't want to get carried away. These are pretty good down here. The core answers, ADA, copywriting formula, PAS. These are all really good. I encourage you to actually just play with each one of them and get a feel for them. All right, so what I've shown you with the blog topic ideas, the outline, the intro, and the bullet point expander, all of these things, it seemed quite cumbersome to do it one step at a time. And that's okay if that's all you're looking for. If you're just looking for blog topic ideas, that's great. If you're just looking for outlines, that's great. But if you kind of want to bring it all together, we've created this new LongForm tool. It's called the LongForm editor. And if you click on this, it's going to take you to a wizard. Okay. And this is where the real magic really happens. And we only released this sort of last week. And we've been working on it for quite some time. But let me show you the power of this, right? So the LongForm editor, it says, follow the 4 steps below to get started. First step is describe the content that you want to write. I want to write an article about why content marketing is important for small businesses, right? And you just click continue. Now it's asking you to create your title. Now you can either type your own title in here, or you can ask it to give you ideas. This will take 1 short form credit. Again, if you're on the premium plan, it doesn't really matter. You've got unlimited. So click there, give me ideas, and you let it do its thing. There we go. So these are the blog topic ideas. So why you need online marketing, the importance of a good content plan for small businesses, how to use content marketing to improve your business. Why should small businesses invest in content marketing? I like that. So let's continue with that. Now it's asking you for introductory paragraph. Again, you can write your own, or you can click give me ideas. Let's do that. It's nice to have something that can just generate a start for you. And then from that start, you can then run off and then write the content yourself. So here we go. It's the present day world we're living in. We need to stop and think about our business. Okay. Is your company really doing content marketing savvy? I'm not sure. If not, you will need to change that quickly. Okay, I don't really like this one. For the last few years, content marketing has been at the forefront of marketing. It's no coincidence that marketers have been shifting their budgets to content marketing. Now, that's a fact. You should check that fact. Okay, this doesn't do fact checking. This kind of writes with what it thinks it understands, and it sometimes throws in facts that it thinks it's true, but might not be true. Small businesses should invest in content marketing. There's so many reasons that small business. A lot of people visit your website when you have a blog post that is relevant to their search. I like this one. Let's do that one. Okay, continue. And the last step is the blog outline, like we did in the short form templates. This is going to give us a blog post outline, and you'll see what's going to happen after this. What I actually want to tell you is that 99% of the content that is generated with the AI is unique and non-plagiarized. That's the beautiful thing about the AI, is that because it's got a snapshot of 10% of the internet, which is a lot, a lot of data, because it's got that snapshot, right? It's able, and with a whole bunch of clever programming in the back, it's able to actually word itself, its understanding of the content that you're requesting. So very rarely does it actually come back with content that seems plagiarized. Okay, what I would suggest though is anything that you get, just run it through the plagiarism checker tool, just for peace of mind. But 99% of the content is unique and non-plagiarized. All right, let's have a look at these outlines. Explain the importance of content marketing. What is content marketing? How investing can help. Why do they struggle with content marketing? How to write an effective strategy. This is pretty good. This is going to be a really long article if you answer those questions. But let's go with it. Continue. Okay, so I've selected this one at the top here. Now it's taking you to the long form editor. Right, so here we go. So here's our title that we started out with. There's the blog introductory paragraph that it gave us, and here is our blog outline. You can see that Grammarly is running sort of in here as it already. There are 4 advanced suggestions. All right, but we'll leave that for now. On the right is where you write your content. You see the word count at the bottom of here, 186 words, about 1 minute of reading time. And on the left, you have your settings. So if we wanted the AI to write for us, this is where we'd decide how much we want it to write for us. So if I put my cursor here and I click compose, it's actually going to start writing again from here based on everything that runs before it. So let me show you a little example here. It will give your site more variety, which is what Google looks for. You might also be able to start, right? Let's make sure we're using OpenAI. This is the beautiful thing about our long form editors. You can choose between our 2 AI systems. One is OpenAI, one is TinySeedAI. The differences between OpenAI and TinySeed are quite vast, so let me explain. OpenAI, if you select OpenAI, you're going to get a maximum of 30 words outputted. Okay, the quality is going to be really high, but obviously the quantity not so much. Okay, it takes a little bit quicker than TinySeed as well. If you choose TinySeed, you can generate up to 200 words at a time if this is right at the right-hand side over here. But the quality is going to be questionable for some industries and some niches. So TinySeed doesn't have a data set the size of OpenAI's. In fact, it's 62 times smaller, which is still pretty impressive, right? So for a vast variety of industries, it actually understands the industry and is able to write about that industry. You just need to make sure that it flows correctly and everything's okay. But for some industries, it's really just going to come back with absolute rubbish and it's not going to make any sense. If that is the case, please do get in touch with us because we are training TinySeed. TinySeed is one of our tools. That's one of our servers. We are training TinySeed on a weekly basis to understand more topics and more industries and more niches. So if you want to get in there, let us know. Send us some examples of the content that you normally write, content that you think is actually high quality in your field or your industry, and we'll train the AI and we'll give it as much content as we can about your industry so that the next time you use TinySeed, it should understand your industry a lot better. Okay. So why does OpenAI only generate 30 words maximum for us? Well, I agree with them. I think 30 words is a bit too short for us at this point. They are going to increase that for us in the next few months, and I'm really excited for that to happen. But I do understand their concerns. Their concerns are, we've got this massively powerful AI, and if we put it in the wrong hands, people are going to mass produce articles, possibly fake news, possibly reviews, and we're going to completely skew our industry for the worse. And it's going to negatively impact our lives, especially with content marketers and copywriters. I mean, it's just going to make a mess if someone can generate 2,000 word articles just by clicking compose, compose, compose. It's not going to be good for our industry. And, we have a moral obligation to not let that happen as well, because this tool is very powerful. OpenAI has developed a seriously powerful AI that is capable of just writing content and writing stories and songs and all sorts of things. So we need to make sure that we use it responsibly. And this is our way and OpenAI's way of making sure people use it responsibly. So what you're going to notice if I click Compose on OpenAI, you'll see a little typing indicator happen over here. And then it's going to take this context and it's going to write around 30 words. So you might also be able to start making the most of your content marketing strategy. It doesn't have to be difficult. So it actually ignored this last sentence and it started a new sentence. Making the most of your content marketing strategy doesn't have to be difficult. If you have the right tools and platforms in place, it can be easier than you think. Now, what you're going to notice is at the bottom here, it says continue writing more on your own to produce more AI content. Again, that's just to be responsible. So we don't just hit compose, 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 and we have articles coming out of our ears. So now we have to write our own content, a few sentences, a couple sentences before we can generate more content. So we're going to do that quickly. And let's start filling this out here. How investing in content marketing can help a small business. Content marketing is a great way for businesses to showcase their expertise and knowledge certain subject in order to become an authority in their space. Right, so there's a bit of a long sentence, but I had to type all of that in order for me to generate more content. Okay, and this is a title. Now I'd like to show you another powerful tool, with our long form editor, and it's called commands. If you click on this button over here, you'll see the available commands. You can create a blog outline, listicle, you can summarize text. So I could select all of this if I wanted to and put it in a summarize command. So / summarize, and then put this in square brackets, and it will summarize it into about 2 sentences for me. I could also change the tone, and I can put whatever tone I'd like and then put the text in square brackets, or I can answer a question. This is one of my favorites. I'll show you now why. So let's close this. Let's copy this. Answer. Why do small businesses struggle with content marketing? Let's see what it comes up with, right? Now, this doesn't follow the standard output length here. We've got our own template lengths, and it's generally about 150 words maximum that it'll come back with. It's a simple concept, but the application of content marketing can certainly be difficult for a number of reasons. Firstly, the marketing is not the focus of much of the business there, so entrepreneurs may see it as an unnecessary distraction. Really good content coming out here. Too many businesses need to see the content marketing as the best fit for what they do and not just something that they're stuck with because that's what the cool kids are doing. I like this style. It's a real issue, but time will improve. But time will improve because people will start recognizing the value of this type of marketing as it becomes more widespread. And then it started coming up for the second reason and then ran out of space. So, there's a great way. I mean, how many words did we get back there? Let's have a look here. So we're on 335, 234, so about 101. So there's a quick 100 words straight for your high quality content. And then again, you'd have to then write a little bit and so you can get more content back. Okay, that's just how the long form editor works. Obviously, you can sit here and crank out articles 4 to 5 times faster than what you normally would without AI. I don't want people to think that AI is going to take over their jobs. There's no ways AI is going to take over their jobs. I mean, when we moved from the quill to the pen didn't take over the person that was using the quill. When we moved from a pen to a typewriter, the typewriter didn't take over. When we moved from a typewriter to a computer, the computer didn't take over. And now when we moved from computers, writing just ourselves on computers to AI, the AI is a tool that allows us to do our jobs faster. So especially if you're a founder, especially if you're a content marketer or a copywriter, this is really going to speed up your output dramatically. So you could push out 4 to 5 times more articles than you normally would because it's not just a blank page anymore. It's now, there's content on it, and obviously you should change the output over here to suit your tone and your style and what your audience is looking for. But it's not a blank page anymore. There's something on it and you can work with it, and that's what makes it faster. So AI is there to help you, not to overtake. All right, so what's next? Okay, the other thing that I actually wanted to show you was that you could translate the output on the fly. So let's say, for example, I wanted to, instead of outputting this in English, I actually wanted to output it in Spanish. I could change the target to Spanish. Over here, there's so many to choose from. Spanish. And if I press compose, it would actually start writing in Spanish rather than English, because your source, you see the source over here? The source is English, so your source has to match what's there. And then your target is what you would like it to output. I would suggest playing around with these three, Google Translate, Watson, and DeepL. Play around with them to see which one's better for your language. I found that DeepL is pretty good for some languages, whereas Google Translate has a lot more languages to choose from. So you just kind of have to figure out which is best for your language and then stick with that. This also does save. So every time you reload the page, it's going to keep it on Spanish and it's going to keep it on English. So you don't have to keep changing it, okay? But let's just go back to English here because I don't know Spanish. Okay, let's go back to the dashboard. And I'd like to show you something that is overlooked by the vast majority of people when they start using ContentBot, and that's our automation tool. Now, it's great for you to be able to come to ContentBot and generate blog topic ideas if that's what you're looking for, but I'd prefer it if the blog topic ideas came to me on a regular basis, and this is exactly why we built this automation tool. So it will send you blog topic ideas every day, week, or month for whatever input you put in here. And it will email you directly, daily if you want, and it will use 1 credit every run. So you'd actually land up with an email every day of new blog topic ideas of things that you can write about. And then you can just sort of archive those, and whenever you're looking for inspiration, you can just go back to them. It's a really, really powerful tool. The automations expire, the daily automations expire after 30 days, weekly after 90 days, and monthly after 12 months. So if you have one coming a month, you're going to get one every month, and then after a year it will expire, and you can just come back in here and change it. By that stage, this tool is probably going to be a lot more powerful. So keep coming back, keep checking. We're adding in things every week at this stage. All right, all your saved content, I'd like to show you where that goes. So everything that's generated for you on your account is accessible in the history section. So whatever content we've generated for you will always be available over here. Okay, everything. You can delete it. You can delete all of this if you really want to and start from scratch. That's up to you. If you favorited anything, that exists under the favorite section. So this is where your favorite items will live. You can also delete them over here. That's fine. If you want to change any of your settings, let's click on settings over here. We have got a dark mode as well for those of you that are interested. Looks quite nice. And if you have the Premium Plus plan, at the moment it's only available for the Premium Plus people, but if you have the Premium Plus plan, you have 5 seats, excluding yours. So you have 6 seats in total, but you could then have 5 users come use your account as well with their own login, which is pretty handy. You just send them that link and off they go. They register and then they link to your account. You can unlink them at any point as well. There is also a knowledge base where we have, we're busy updating, all the features, write-ups of all the features, product updates, important informations, things like rate limiting, how does the AI generate its content, what is a credit, fair usage policy, all of that exists there. And we also have a roadmap. So if you ever have any feature requests and you'd like us to build something in or some sort of short form template or anything like that, just come here. We've already got 90. I go through this once a week and I have a look, and there are people that upvote it as well. So if someone wants the same feature that you want, yeah, we can, people will upvote it, and then I'll obviously notice that a lot quicker. So for example, the WordPress plugin meta description generator, that's coming soon. Quite a cool little feature which we'll build into our WordPress plugin. For those of you that don't know, the WordPress plugin exists on WordPress itself. You just need to search for ContentBot. and it will show up, I hope. Let's have a look. There we go, ContentBot. Okay. And you can pretty much do everything except the long form stuff. In WordPress, it actually is built into Gutenberg directly. But for those people that use Elementor and all of these other things, the classic dashboard, you'll soon be able to use the Chrome extension, which will be way more powerful than this WordPress plugin. The Chrome extension will have everything built into it, and you can use it on any input field on any website. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm really looking forward to that. That should be this week. And today's date is the 13th of July, 2021. All right. What else can I show you? Right. Community videos is the last thing that I'd like to go over with you. Okay. The community videos, this is an initiative that I've started where I'm looking for you to help us create videos around all our tools because there's so many of them and so many use cases. I really need some help, and I'm looking to pay for that help. So, I'm looking to pay between $25 and $100 per video, depending on what you're creating. And if you go to ContentBot.ai/app/community videos, you'll see what we're looking for. You'll see the rules for each video. You'll see what we're willing to pay, and you'll see some example videos that other people have made already. So if you're looking to help us and you're looking to get your channel some views, create some videos for us, and we'll pay you depending on the length and the quality of the video. And you'll get people coming to your channel, maybe subscribing and all of that. So it's kind of you help us, we help you type thing. The goal really is to have all the products, all the features listed down here, and some use cases listed down here. So when someone clicks on it, they're going to click on, the short form landing page tool. And then from there, it's actually going to then take them to this page, and you'll have a few videos that's listed on that page, and people can watch them from there. All right. I wish you all the best with ContentBot. And if there's ever any questions or any issues, just click on the live chat tool at the bottom over here. And that actually comes straight to me at the moment. We'll do probably for the next year or so until I get someone to do that for me. But that will come straight to me, or you can just email me at nick@contentbot.ai. Thanks for using ContentBot.